are stocks to buy in May 2020, the company can provide investors with around 15% annually in the long term. My best investments were companies that created an ecosystem of products as a combination of eBay with Roblox and PayPal. It's now where Amazon was a few years back. The second business of Playway is investing in small gaming studios. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Stocks to Buy series is your favorite series on this channel when looking at the views number. I talk here about companies that are worth a closer look. So what are interesting stocks to buy in May 2021 and beyond? I will focus today on two industries, e-commerce and video gaming. It all should help you to decide if these companies are stocks to buy in May 2020 or not. The last few months were not so great for high growth companies. Big technology stocks were performing much better. In the latest stocks to buy video, which I published on this YouTube channel, I talked about Alphabet, the parent company of Google. Since the release of this video, Alphabet stock gained 32%, which is enormous for such a big company. Alphabet is now a $1.6 trillion company. But today I will talk about smaller companies that I observe. I think that these companies might be good long-term choices for the stock market portfolio. If you are interested in companies benefiting from the transition to the digital economy and the growth of e-commerce and want to follow my analysis, which I share with you, subscribe and click the bell to be notified of a new video on this YouTube channel. In this video, I present my opinion that is not investment advice. Always do proper research before investing in any assets. A big announcement. I launched another YouTube channel about investing, but it is in the Polish language, as I discovered a niche on Polish YouTube. I noticed that Polish YouTube lacks a person who understands growth companies, both from Polish and foreign markets. So if you can speak Polish, I'm sure you will like the content on this new YouTube channel about finance and investing. Just search Inwestowanie 2.0 on YouTube. There is also a link in the video description of this video. Let's talk about the first industry. If you think about where the world is going, e-commerce companies look still as good choices for the next 5 to 10 years. Companies in this industry will stand out due to their dynamic development in the coming years. Usually, I like leaders of particular sectors, but the growth of the US e-commerce market is slowing down. So instead of going with the obvious names like Amazon, let's talk today about smaller companies, especially those who are leaders of the growing markets. To find such markets, usually you have to look into emerging markets. It is because smartphone penetration is still there on the low level and many people are underbanked. It makes these areas the perfect places to hook users into the new products. Amazon is at such a stage of its growth that a long-term investor can expect around 10 to 15% of the average annual increase in the share price in the long term. I am looking for companies with more significant potential to increase my wealth. In my quite optimistic valuation model for Amazon, the company can provide investors with around 15% annually in the long term. Among the e-commerce industry, my valuation models show a higher expected rate of returns for Mercado Libre and C Limited. I do not want to bore you today with my valuation model where I compared Amazon with Mercado Libre and C Limited. But if this video gets 100 thumbs up, I will make another video in which I will go into this analysis into more detail. And you will get a deeper understanding of a much greater potential for an increase in C Limited's share price than Amazon stock. I will also provide you with my valuation model for these three companies, which you can adapt to your assumptions as I've made it flexible for assumption adjustments. So what are you waiting for? This button will not click itself. C Limited is one of the companies from my stock market portfolio. Let me tell you why I became interested in this company. C Limited is an internet company that reminds me of Amazon in the way it is constantly looking for new businesses and markets. C Limited currently has 6 businesses: Garena, Shopee, C Money, in addition Shopee Food, IA Labs and C Capital. Today, I will focus on the 3 largest businesses. C Limited is currently the e-commerce leader in Southeast Asia, but the origins of this company did not indicate that the company would be a big player in the e-commerce industry. The company was founded in 2009 and initially provided a communication tool between video game players. Subsequently, the company's activities expanded to publishing third-party games, eventually producing games like the Free Fire game. Garena's digital entertainment business profits were reinvested in other areas of the digital economy, including online sales. Do you know what other company has worked similarly, leveraging high-margin business to finance the development of its online sales platform? Yes, that's Amazon. It's a model similar to how the development of the Amazon e-commerce platform was financed from profits generated by Amazon Web Services, a cloud computing platform. The Free Fire game generates significant recurring revenues with high margins, which allowed C Limited to reinvest these funds in new ventures. Free Fire is the dominant game on mobile platforms in Southeast Asia and South America. The money earned was invested in building an online shopping platform and the C Money payment system. To show you the scale of this game's success, Free Fire was the most downloaded mobile game of 2019 and 2020 for iOS and Android, according to the App Annie website. As for this year, Free Fire overtook PUBG Mobile to become the top-earning mobile game in first quarter in the United States. So let's take a look at the online shopping platform. Shopee is currently the market leader in many Southeast Asian markets and is starting to get the market share of the South American markets. In this comparison with first quarter 2019, Shopee was ranked second in the Southeast Asian region on average. It was only 2 years ago Lazada, which is the online sales platform of the Alibaba Group, dominated this region. Shopee has been successively getting more and more market share from Lazada. Let's see how the situation looked like at the end of 2020. C Limited is currently the dominant online sales platform in Southeast Asia. The number of visits to the Shopee website was more than twice the number of visits to the Lazada website. I guess there is no doubt which platform currently dominates in this region. C Limited's third big business is C Money, its fintech solution. It involves mobile and offline payment solutions. The company offers its buy now, pay later solution to Shopee customers in selected markets, provides cash loans to customers in Indonesia, and gives loans to micro and small businesses. Additionally, in December 2020, the company obtained a banking license in Singapore. It allows C Limited to operate as a digital bank so users can open deposit accounts. My best investments were companies that created an ecosystem of products. Examples are Apple, Tesla, or Playway. I believe that C Limited is another such company. C Limited benefits from the synergy effect between its businesses and maintain growth dynamics. C Limited is a company that can be characterized as a combination of eBay with Roblox and PayPal. Each of C Limited businesses attracts users to the other products of this company. According to analyst forecasts, these three markets, mobile games, internet sales, and digital payments, are expected to grow by at least 10% per annum over the next 5 years. It is all supported by Southeast Asia not being yet a market saturated with smartphones. Additionally, these countries are characterized by dynamic income growth. The Shopee buying platform is supported by other services which help all C Limited businesses. Sea Limited is now where Amazon was a few years back. The three main business segments will still grow dynamically over the next few years. According to analysts, the mobile gaming market is expected to grow 14% annually over the next 5 years. E-commerce is expected to double in the next 5 years in the Southeast Asia region, and online payments should grow 10% annually. As you can see, the Sea Limited business has many arguments for the growth as a combination of these three promising trends. Do you like gifts? Especially for you, I have prepared a report in which I discuss 14 e-commerce companies that I have on my watchlist. I own 4 of these companies in my investment portfolio. The link is in the video description. Let's look at the second industry. 2 companies are getting attractive valuation with the current levels of their stock price. I might buy some shares of these 2 companies in the near future. The year 2020 was a very good one for the gaming industry. While people stayed indoors, they have been playing video games more. That was one of the trends from which my portfolio benefited last year. This year will not be so good because the comparable basis of the last year being very high. Because of increased revenue numbers last year, it will be challenging for these companies to surprise positively. And that is why many investors moved their money to other places, chasing commodities or cryptocurrencies. 2 companies which I like at these prices are CD Projekt Red and Playway. Both companies experience corrections in their share prices, and investors are not fond of the gaming industry now overall. I like taking advantage of the negative sentiment, and I expect that I will buy shares of these gaming companies during this year. CD Projekt Red experienced an intense correction of the share price because of the failure of the release of the Cyberpunk 2077 game. There were very high expectations for this game, which were not met by this production. However, you can see from this chart that financially the release of this game was a success. Years 2015 and 2020 were years with big game releases by CD Projekt Red. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to analyze this company compared to other big gaming companies. I will look at the industry from the broader perspective and not just on the 1 or 2 year view like most stock market analysts do. Playway is a very different company than CD Projekt. Playway is considered to be a supermarket in the gaming industry. There are 2 main businesses of this company. The first one is the production of small games with much lower budget for a single production. But they produced a lot of small games, which does not affect the share price of Playway in the event of the failure of the game's release. Many game releases during a year give Playway diversification. The second business of Playway is investing in small gaming studios, helping these studios grow and profit when the gaming studios get traded on the stock market. Here you can see that in 2020, net income was higher than revenue for Playway. It was the effect of the second business of Playway. In 2020, many gaming studios which Playway invested in started being traded on the Polish stock market. If we want to see how their main business is doing, revenue and operating profits are the proper measures. I talked to you about 3 companies that might be good choices for long-term investments. Both e-commerce and video gaming industries experience an acceleration of businesses in 2020. This year should not be good for these companies, but that can give us better entry points for holding these companies for the long term. In the comment section below, let me know what stocks you plan to buy in May 2021 and what companies you have on your observation list. I respond to every comment. And remember not to listen to bloggers and vloggers. Always do your research and have conviction why you buy shares of the specific company. I presented my opinion, which is not investment advice. Always do proper analysis before investing in any assets. And if this video has given you value and has expanded your understanding of investing, subscribe and click the bell to get notified by YouTube about a new video on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy investing!